if there's a 180-degree turn,
yeah,
you should be looking there. And as you're going around, your eye still follows until you find the next gate.
Okay.
And then as soon as you see that next gate, you should be looking for the one after that.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Shifting Lanes. My name is Hanson. Thank you so much for tuning in. And in this episode, I'm going autocrossing for the very first time in the 2013 Subaru BRZ, Project BRZ, Project Driver Mod, Project Solo Spec Coupe build, whatever you want to call it. This is going to be exciting, and I cannot wait for it. I will be autocrossing in TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater, New Jersey. I'm autocrossing with the BMW Car Club of America, and it's a little wet out there right now. They're calling for a 50% chance of rain. Let's see what happens. Let's see how these tires hold up. This car, as is currently, is completely stock. No performance modifications except for the tires. I'm using the Falcon Azenis RT 615K Plus 225/45 R17 for today's autocross. That is, of course, the spec tire for the Solo Spec Coupe build. I'm missing a lot of components for the SSC build, but the tires is the first major upgrade and the easiest one you could do early on. Alright, let's do this the quick way. And there we are. Here are all the parts. The weather's kind of holding up. It's drizzling a little bit, but I'm finally here and they've set up the course, and I cannot wait to go through here, take a walk around, see what the BRZ could do in its first autocross session. Stay tuned. This is going to be exciting. Waiting in line. I'm totally going to get lost. It is raining outside. It's wet. How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Good. Hanson.
Hanson, Mark.
Mark, all right.
This is your first autocrosser?
Yes.
Oh, wow. So the key is learn where you're going before you go fast.
When everybody's set, you're good, okay?
Okay.
When everybody's set.
All right, whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Kind of going around here. Going, yep. And go straight for a little bit. Turn it in to the left. Back out to the right. Now this is a slalom. Turn in, back to the right, back to the left, then straight down. Start looking up the hill. You turn in left. Too much steering. Open the steering. Through this gate. Through the next one, then you're crossing over to the other side. Slow down, look right, turn. Going up there, 180 degrees to the left. Look 180 degrees, keep turning your head. Find where you need to go next. There you go, across the other side. See that right one? Turn right, going back to the other side. There you go. Straight down, start looking up the hill. Look up the hill, find the slalom at the top of the hill. Just go right into it. Bang, in, back out. Back to the left, through the finish. Slow down. Woo! Just remember, it's slippery.
Yes. So
you don't want to go in that slalom, you know, balls to the wall, because if you spin out there, there's nothing but curbing.
All right.
All right, so just remember, nice and smooth. It's still a little bit jerky, just nice and smooth.
Okay.
Deep breath, relax.
Relax.
Nice smooth run.
Okay,
There you go.
Let's do this.
Right into the other one. Nice. Back the other way. Back the other way. Nice. Through there, start looking for your next gate around this pole. Find it. Relax. Less steering. Perfect. Look right. Nice. 180 left. Look left. Find those gates. Look further left. Further. Nice. Start looking right. Look right. All right. Look up the hill. Look up the hill. Find the slalom. Yo, you were right on that cone. That's the way I like it. All right, slow down, slow down, slow down.
Okay, all right.
You got a little adrenaline going there at the very end.
Yeah.
But how did that feel, looking a little bit further?
You know what you first said was that your fastest time would feel pretty slow. I cut 2 seconds off. That felt a little slow to me.
Yeah.
But I was anticipating more. So like I was learning the course a little bit more and getting used to it a little bit more.
And by looking that much further ahead, it puts
Yeah.
you closer to the cones, and that's where you make up all your time. I mean,
Okay.
I was putting you so close to a couple of them, I thought we were going to hit them, but you didn't hit them. You were right on them, like that one turnaround at the end.
Nice.
I mean, I think your tire must have clipped it because we were that close to that cone.
Awesome. But
So-
yeah, I should be looking like this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Holy cow. All right.
If there's a 180-degree turn,
Yeah.
you should be looking there. And as you're going around, your eye still follows until you find the next gate.
Okay.
And as soon as you see that next gate, you should be looking for the one after that.
All
Now you
right.
just have to remember though, like,
Yeah.
because we're crossing over, so you're looking, you see that gate. Now you start looking for that one. You got to remember, as soon as you see it, you can't turn because you still got to get around that one.
Yeah.
But you know where it is, and then you can just flow with it. And you're not reacting to the car. You're
Okay.
telling the car what to do.
And just like that, the first autocross session is over. That was a lot of fun. So what did I learn from my first autocross session? So many things to unpack here. First, how the BRZ handles in the wet. You feel the lightness of the car. Sometimes it can get out of hand, but you kind of know the limits really well, and you can wrangle it back into shape fairly quickly. In the wet performance, I've never felt insecure about the levels of grip, the tread pattern. It's designed pretty well that I never felt like I was going to hydroplane or lose my footing. In terms of wet and dry performance, the tires handled pretty well. I'm gonna have to go through another autocross session to give you an impression on what the dry performance is like. So what are some of the important takeaways in terms of becoming a better driver? Is basically what you learn every time when you go through a high performance driving event is to always look up. And what and it's no different today, but what I learned more was that when you're approaching a tight hairpin turn, you almost want to look 90 degrees out your side window, keeping in mind that your car is going to kind of follow a certain curve to it. You know, keeping in mind the cones that are in between, but you want to pay attention to the exit cone. In terms of the course, you don't really have to leave second gear at all. I was in second gear the entire time. In terms of times, you know, I started out in like, I think it was a 51-second time. It's fairly slow. Then again, I did have an instructor with me the first 3 or 4 times. I believe it was the first 3 times. I had an instructor with me. So I was consistently shaving off half a second and a second at a time, to the point where towards the end I was getting about 47 seconds to 48 seconds in time. And I'm very happy about that, because there were other cars that I don't know what their experience level was, but like for instance the Porsche Cayman, they were running into, you know, the 50-second time range. So I'm pretty happy with how I performed today. I thought that I drove the car fairly aggressively. I wasn't smooth in the, I'd say, in the throttle and the braking application. I think in terms of steering too, I could have done a little bit better, because I was at some point constantly sawing at the wheels. And you know, they always say smooth is fast. So there's many different aspects where I could improve upon today. But I think overall this was a pretty good start for me. I'm pretty proud of myself given the level of experience that I have. But I certainly am very proud of this little car. This is a fantastic car. It handles really well, and it's everything that people say about this car. It's got all the important bits to make a fun little track car. It's got a limited slip, a torsion limited slip differential in the back, and you can kind of feel when that sort of kicks in, because it sometimes it would bite in the corners and it would kind of correct you, whereas a car that doesn't have LSD, you just be begging for traction. But this one, it makes it dance in the corners, and you, like I said before, you feel the lightness to this car. It doesn't take much power to kind of get this going, and it doesn't really take much braking effort to bring this to a stop. A lot of it is understanding the course. I think 6 or 7 runs seems to be like a good number of runs. You kind of get used to the course layout. For the first 3 or 4 runs, you get lost and you don't execute turns well. But you know, the 5th, 6th, and 7th, you kind of get comfortable with the course, and then you know how to kind of improve your times. But overall today, I think it was a success. I love it. The car did really well. You know, this thing has a brand new engine, and I was paranoid the entire time leading up to today, that you know, I was afraid that I might mess it up. I still am, you know, knock on wood. But you know, the engine handled fantastically. The clutch was great. The transmission was great. The brakes were great. So it really held up. After the first lap, I was like, this is a great car. So I'm very happy about that. And I'm looking forward to doing a lot more of those autocross days in the future. So if you're interested in going autocrossing, if you're in the tri-state area, you know, in New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, or whatever, and you want to come out and autocross with me, let me know. Send an email to contact@shiftinglanes.com. It's linked down below. You could autocross basically anything. Some places won't allow you to run, well, most places won't allow you to run crossovers, just because of the high center of gravity. You can kind of flip the car. So but yeah, if you've got a car that you want to autocross, you want to come out, let me know. I'd love to meet up with you guys, and we could kind of learn together. But anyway, if you haven't subscribed to this channel just yet, or if you haven't been following Project BRZ, please hit the subscribe button right now, hit the notification bell, so that you can get notified anytime we make a new video. I am so thankful for you guys watching this thing, and especially watching till the very end. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our other social media stuff. It's all linked down below. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up right here. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.